Hi from Tim and I, and welcome to Yoga for Mountain Bikers Revive. This is a gentle full body sequence to stretch, relax, and revive the mind and the body to help us ride wild and free out on those trails. And Tim says this is a great sequence for trail runners too. We're going to start in a seated position, whatever is comfortable. I'm sitting with the legs crossed, hands placed gently on the knees or the thighs. I'm going to release tension in the neck with some neck circles. So with your nose, pretend you're a lovely little kitty cat pushing a ball of wool around in a little circle, just nice and steady and gentle to relieve that tension in the neck. I do find that when I'm bikejoring at speed with Tim down the hills, I do tend to build up a little bit of tension in the neck and the shoulders. So this just helps to release that. Beautiful. And then change direction of your circles the other way. Yay. It's actually a good one to do every day when you're sitting having your cuppa, your coffee or tea or whatever beverage you choose. Yeah, great to release tension in the neck. Beautiful. Back to stillness. So that's a bit of tension out of the neck. Let's move on to the shoulders. So we're going to move on to all fours and into extended child's pose. Take the big toes together, the knees as wide as the mat. Sink the hips back towards the heels and walk the hands forward. The head comes down to the mat, so either to the mat or towards the mat, and this gives us a deep stretch in the shoulders, which will release a lot of tension, gives a beautiful stretch. Also opens up the chest, releases tension in the spine, and opens up the hips too. Take a deep breath in with me. And on an exhale, release and come back up into tabletop position. Next, moving into cat-cow. Features in most of my routines for cyclists and trail runners because it is such a good one for the spine. So great for spinal flexion, spinal flexibility. On inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. On an exhale, round through the spine, head drops down, chin to chest, and feel that stretch in the back body. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward, and feel the stretch in the abs as well. It's good for the abs. And on the exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest, head drops down. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. We'll hold this one. Take another deep breath in. And on the next exhale, we'll round through the spine, chin to chest, head drops down, and hold in cat pose. Take another deep breath in with me. And on an exhale, release that back into tabletop position. Lovely. Now moving on to the lower body, take the right foot back up onto the right toes and just gently rock back and forth on the right toes. This has given us a lovely stretch in the right calf. Yay. And then we'll step the right foot up to beside the right hand, moving into a low lunge, doing a little bit more stretching and reviving for the lower body. So this is great for the hips, the thighs, the quads, the glutes. We're going to interlace, so right knee is aligned over right ankle. You can shuffle the left knee back a little bit for a deeper stretch. Interlace the fingers, and just for a change, we're going to take the interlaced fingers, hands behind the head, which is opening up the chest and the shoulders. We're getting a great stretch across the pecs. And yogi's choice, you can either hold it statically or add some dynamic movement, moving back and forth, movement coming from the hip. Yeah, or you can do a little bit of both, static or dynamic. Lovely. And we're actually improving our stability and balance holding the pose like this. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, release the hands to the mat. We'll counter that with a hamstring stretch, movement coming from the hip. We move the right hip back. And yogi's choice, foot can stay flat on the mat or toes come up towards the sky. Just find what feels great for you today. And if this feels quite intense, move the hands closer to the body, and that should make it a little bit more gentle. Lovely. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, release back into the lunge. We're going to move into lizard. So move the right foot out to the right edge of the mat at an angle. Toes is pointing to 2 o'clock. My 2 o'clock is Tim, who is busy reviving. And you, Tim, relaxing and reviving, yeah? Take the right hand to the inner thigh, gently push that out. If you want, you can come onto the outer edge of the right foot. That intensifies the stretch. Just find what feels good for you. And we can look up to the sky and take a gentle twist. Great for the inner thigh and the hip flexors. Deep breath in. And on an exhale, we should release that and take the right foot back into tabletop position. Moving on to the left side, take the left toesies back up onto the toes, rock back and forwards and feel that beautiful stretch in the left calf. Yeah. Then we step the left foot up to beside the left hand into our low lunge for the lower body, for the hips, the glutes. And if we want, we can take the right leg back a little bit to intensify the stretch. Interlace those fingers, take them behind the head to open up the chest and the shoulders and feel that great stretch across the pecs. Yogi's choice, keep it static or add some dynamic movement, whichever feels better in your body today. So in this pose, we're actually building some great stability and balance too. Stretching, stability and balance. We've got it all, hey? All going on, isn't it, Tim? Beautiful, whilst we're reviving, okay? So static or dynamic. Lovely. And we shall release that, counter with a hamstring stretch. Movement coming from the left hip. We move the left hip back. Yogi's choice, foot flat on the mat, or the toes is pointing up towards the sky. To reduce the intensity of the stretch, hands come closer to the body. To increase the intensity, they can be by the foot. Getting a lovely hamstring stretch. Yay. Release that into lizard. So right hand comes to the inside. No, left hand. Comes to the inside of the left foot. We walk the left foot out to the edge of the mat. Toes pointing at 10 o'clock. Left hand comes to left inner thigh, gently pushes it out. If you wish to intensify the stretch, you can come onto the outer edge of the left foot. And we turn to look up to the sky, feeling that beautiful stretch in the left inner thigh and hip flexor. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we shall release that and come back into tabletop position. A little bit more love for the feet and also for the wrists now. So curl the toes under. I'm going to walk back and sit back on the heels. So we're getting a beautiful foot stretch here. I'm going to do some wrist waves. So interlace those fingers again. And we're going to make some waves with the wrist, which is giving us wrist flexion and extension in one beautiful little wavy move. So a bit of TLC for the feet and also for the wrists here, which can get a bit sore and stiff and tense sometimes as we ride. Lovely. Release that back into tabletop position. Keep the toes curled under, walk the hands further forward, and we're going to gently raise the hips up high to the sky into downward facing dog, which is great for full body realignment. We're getting a great stretch down the backs of the legs, the calves, the hamstrings, into the glutes, whilst building strength in the shoulders and in the hands. I'm going to walk this dog to the front of the mat. So I'm going to cross my right foot over in front of the left and then do the same. Left across the right and keep walking slowly and steadily up to the top of the mat. Meet at the top of the mat in a forward fold. So feet hip width apart. Nice bend in the knees. I want beautiful tummy coming to the tops of the thighs. And we're just releasing the upper body down. So the head, the shoulders, releasing any tension out of the neck. This is great for the spine. Getting a great stretch in the back of the body. Going to very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up into mountain pose. Again, great for the spine. Yeah. There we go. And we shall meet in mountain pose, feet hip width apart, palms by our side, facing forward. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. Beautiful. Clasp the hands behind the back and draw the hands down and away from the body to open up the chest and the shoulders. Doing a little bit more for the wrists here too. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we shall release that. On the next inhale, I'm going to take the arms up high to the sky. It's my favourite full body stretch, the volcano. And I'm going to turn on the mat so you can see me, because I'm going to take a side bend. So I'm going to step the right foot in front of the left and grab the right wrists with the left hand and think up and over. So take a beautiful side body stretch over to the left, feeling that stretch down the full outer side, right side of the body. The side body is so important too, because that helps keep us stable when we're cycling. Deep breath in. On the exhale, release and switch sides. So we uncross the feet, let go of the wrist. So take the left foot in front of the right foot, grab the left wrist with the right hand and think up and over, taking a full side body stretch to the right, feeling that beautiful, beautiful stretch down the outer left side of the body. Deep breath in. And on an exhale, we shall release that. We shall meet in volcano. I'll move back to the front of the mat. Another deep breath in. And on the exhale, we rain the fingertips down to the mat, plant the palms, step back into our one and only plank pose. Let's call it strength revival. Deep breath in. On the exhale, slowly lower down to the belly. Keep the hands where they are, sort of beside the shoulders. On the next inhale, going into a cobra, so raise the head, the neck and the shoulders very gently, just getting a beautiful back bend, building strength in the lower back. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we shall release that. Take your right forearm underneath your head and use it as a pillow. We're not going to sleep yet like Tim, but we're starting to relax and revive even more. So place your forehead on your pillow, your right forearm, bend the left leg, so foot up towards the sky, and then reach around with the left hand, grab the left foot and just pull it in gently for a lovely quad stretch on the left side. Deep breath in. And in the exhale, we shall release that and change sides. So use your left forearm as your pillow for your forehead, your beautiful forehead. Bend the right leg, right foot up to the sky. Reach on with the right hand, grab the right foot and take that lovely quad stretch on the right side. Deep breath in. And a long breath out as we release. And now we're going to turn onto our backs. Wow. I'm feeling like you, Tim. This is definitely reviving, relaxing and reviving. Yeah? So good to take time to relax and revive. Lovely. So meet on our backs, take our feet up towards the buttocks, moving into a bridge pose, another great pose for cyclists. So on inhale, lift starting with the bum, lower back, mid back and upper back. And we're opening up the whole of the front body while building strength in the back body. And feel those glutes engaged. Another deep breath in. And on the exhale, we shall release that, starting with the shoulders, upper back, mid back, lower back and bum. Beautiful. Take the feet as wide as the mat and we're going to drop both knees to the right hand side and then back up to centre and over to the left. So recline 90-90 drops, and this is great for hip mobility. Back up to centre, over to the right, back up to centre, over to the left, back up to centre, over to the right, back up to centre, over to the left, and then back up to centre. Drop the knees in together and just feel that lovely stretch, very gentle stretch in the outer hips. Beautiful, relaxing pose. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, release. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together and drop the knees out to the edges of the mat into reclined Baddha Konasana. Again, a beautiful stretch of the inner thighs and the hip flexor. And again, a very relaxing pose. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll bring the knees back up and the feet back to hip width. Now going into reclined pigeon, which will stretch out the hamstrings and the glutes. So lift the right leg up to the sky and cross it over the left leg up towards the knee. Either stay there if that feels like a good stretch for you, or you can lift the left foot and interlace the hands behind the left thigh. If you wish, you can then take the left foot up to the sky, using the right elbow to press into the right inner thigh to intensify the stretch. Deep breath in, and a long breath out. We shall release and switch to the other side. So lift the left foot up to the sky, cross the left foot over the right leg up towards the knee. Stay there. Next stage will be lift the right foot, interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Next stage is to lift the right foot up to the sky, pressing into the left inner thigh with the left elbow. Beautiful hamstring and glute stretch, and also a little bit of inner thigh too. But just notice where you feel these stretches. Yay. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, we shall release that. Legs go out long, then we hug the right knee into the chest, releasing any tension in the lower back, and then we take the right knee over to the left hand side of the mat for a supine twist. Great for spinal flexibility. Deep breath in. Exhale, we shall release and switch sides. So right leg goes out, we hug the left knee into the chest, releasing any tension in the left side of the lower back. And we take the left knee over to the right side of the mat for that supine twist. And get that beautiful twist in the spine, great for flexibility in the torso and the spine. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, we shall release that. Legs stretched out long. Take a full body stretch, lying volcano, arms up above our head for a beautiful full body stretch. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, release the arms by the side, and we are in Shavasana, yoga's most relaxing pose, which I've heard some people call lying doing nothing, which is actually a lovely thing to do. Embrace it. You spend so much time riding hard out on those trails. It's just nice to let the body relax and revive too. So stay here as long as you can or you want to, or come up into a seat to meet me. Oh, yeah, I do feel a bit dopey now. That was lovely. Tim and I hope that you have enjoyed that yoga for mountain bikers revive. If you have, we would be so grateful if you could hit the like button, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and share this video with any friends, family, fellow mountain bikers or trail runners who you think might benefit from it or enjoy it. Thank you for practicing yoga with Tim and I, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Next, we have a very special video coming about our racing season, which has just ended, and we are excited about that. Aren't we, Tim? Yeah, excited about the next video? Yeah, I think you'll be quite active in it. Yeah, he's revived, so I'll be active in that one. Till next time, take care, have fun riding wild and free on the trails. Yeah, it's all right, that, Tim? You liked it? Yeah? Did you see any of it? All right, okay. Good boy.